That is the field before the lines and bases are put down. The grounds crew performs the same ritual for every game on every field, laying chalk lines, putting down bases, mowing the outfield. It's as timeless as the game itself, and it's all in anticipation of two words: play ball.
Dixie Junior Boys baseball game. This is the state tournament here at Oscar Frazier Park. And we have a great one in store for you today. St. George is going to take on Beaufort County. And this is a winner's bracket game. Beaufort County was in a wonderful matchup last night. They were able to pick up the win over Sumter. And, you know, Beaufort County back at it. Pitcher for them is going to be Mullen. And, you know, what a game last night. If anybody watched that, that was a complete thriller. Great performance. It was a really back and forth game the entire time. Some great hits from both teams, some great pitching performances. And, you know, Beaufort County was able to really take advantage of the mistakes that Sumter made. And they made a lot of them, including having about 12 walks. You know, you walk a team 12 times. The result's not going to be good. So for Beaufort County today, St. George is no easy task either. I mean, from what I've been hearing from what most people say is like the top three teams in this tournament are St. George, Beaufort County, and Sumter. So this is going to be another classic tonight. And Beaufort County, the home team, you know, for them, they would love to get this done and get the win in their home park. So we're going to step up here and we're going to start off this ball game. As Mullen gets settled in the mound and he gets ready to pitch. Waylon Gruber going to lead things off for St. George. First one's going to miss outside for a ball. You know, yesterday it really seemed like for Beaufort County and Sumter, whenever these pitchers would come in, that's when you would capitalize on them. It took them a long time to get some, it took them a lot of time to get some control and find that strike zone. So Hudson Mullen really trying to find that strike zone early on, as that one misses and gets past the pitcher. So count going to be 2-0. Next door to me, I got the wonderful voice of Jody Vermilia. He's commentating. You guys should probably listen to him than me, but thank you for listening to me. As that one swung through, might have been foul tipped right back at the catcher. So count now 2-2. And Hudson Mullen in a great situation here. Has a good chance getting a strikeout here really early on. And he does, and hopefully for Beaufort County, that'll set the pace, and that'll give them some momentum, getting the first quick out. As that one is going to be hit over to third, Brutchard fields it, it bobbles it a little bit, throws it to first, and he is safe. Oh, Brutchard, a little bit of hot hands on that one. And O'Brien's going to now be the batter for St. George. So it looks like Brutchard's going to be charged with an error on that one. But nonetheless, St. George got a runner on first now, one down, and they're keeping a good eye on him, and the throw gets away from the first baseman, and the runner at first advances to second. So now St. George in a wonderful situation. Wow, this ball, no one can catch it. It almost got past the third baseman. But nonetheless, runner on second now. One down, and O'Brien's got an excellent chance to give St. George the lead early on and really set some momentum for him. That one's going to miss 4-ball.
High and deep into left center field. That ball is going to get way out of here. That is a
That's going to be hit up to the pitcher. It goes off of Mullen's glove, but the shortstop recovers, throws it to first, and they get him. Runner from second moves over to third, so Beaufort County now just one pitch of getting out of this inning. Justin Padgett now going to step in for St. George. Shuford did a wonderful job there. Or sorry, not Shuford, it was McKeever. A wonderful job there, stayed composed and made that throw. As that one's going to be popped over to right field, it's going to get down. Running from third, coming around to score. And just like that, St. George takes the early 1-0 lead. And for St. George, you know, that's exactly what you want to be doing. You want to come out and you want to make an impact right away. And they're leading this thing. So for Beaufort County now, they just need to relax. It's okay. They were down by about 4 runs on a couple occasions last night, and they can just battle back. That one's going to get in there for a called strike 1. 2 outs. So Beaufort County still just 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. And that one's going to miss with the count 1-1. You know, for Mullen, though, he's doing a wonderful job of finding that strike zone. And, you know, I think that's really going to be a benefactor if that thing continues like that. That one's going to be hit over to center field. Actually, no, it doesn't get out of the outfield as Brown gets under and makes the catch. And that's going to conclude the top half of the first. St. George gets on the board early, and they lead 1-0. Beaufort County going to come back and pick up the sticks when we come back for the bottom of the first. You're watching the County Channel. Welcome back. Bottom of the first. Beaufort County now trying to get this run back. Will Korn going to lead things off for the Beaufort County All-Stars. You know, I really had a good time watching this Beaufort County play. They're really fun and exciting. They're fast. They can field. They can hit. It really seemed like a complete team last night. As the first one to Corn is going to get in there for a strike somehow. It was right on the edge of the zone. And that one's going to get in as well. So Corn down 0-2, and Wimbley is the pitcher for St. George. Wonderful pitch there, a lot of movement on it. And that one's going to be hit over to the pitcher. He fields it, throws to the first, and Corn is going to go down. So one down here early on. Wimberly did a wonderful job of staying composed and fielding that one and putting a really nice clean throw on it to O'Brien. And this is now going to bring up the very dangerous Kyler McKeever. A lot of people had good things to say about this kid last night, as that one is going to miss 4 ball. Oh, it seems like McKeever is one of those players that has excellent plate discipline. You know, he came in and he pitched and really shut down Sumter. He was the Mariano Rivera for them last night and did a wonderful job. You know, all around, looks like a really solid player. As that one misses 4 ball, count now 2-0 to McKeever. That's going to get in there for a called strike 1. Count now 2-1 to McKeever. And that one is going to miss. So McKeever now in a nice hitters count, 3-1. And if I'm Eddie Rodriguez, I think you're giving him the green light. And he's going to miss. That's going to miss for ball 4. And just like that, Beaufort County is a base runner aboard. And now this is going to bring up Logan Britchard.
Now batting number 27, Logan Britchard.
I think after last night, I think all teams of this tournament need to be aware of this kid. He's a player. He's a baller. You know, it looks like that right fielder is in a little bit. Maybe he should be out a little more because he's got some power. There's a big gap over in left center. If he could go opposite field, I think McKeever would score. So they're really paying attention to McKeever over there. They really think he's a base stealing threat, and that's a 3rd pickoff attempt in a row. But McKeever gets back safely. And McKeever stealing, and he's going to beat the throw with ease, just like that. Logan Britchard has a runner in scoring position. So that one's going to miss. So the count now 2-0.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
And that one ripped over to right field. That's going to get down. McKeever gunning her. Ooh, trips over the bag. McKeever trips over the bag at 3rd. And Eddie Rodriguez is like, oh my word. So he's going to stay at 3rd. Britchard goes to 1st, so now runners on the corners. Mullen now, Hudson Mullen, the pitcher. He's going to try to contribute to the cause. As they try to pick off Britchard, but he gets back just in time. You know, for a pitcher, that'd be wonderful to contribute. As Britchard breaks for 2nd, and oh, they throw over to 3rd. The throw gets away from the 3rd baseman. McKeever comes in, he scores. Ball game tied up. And you know, for Beaufort County, It's what they did last night. They just have to take advantage of the mistakes. You know, St. George is a pretty good team, but any team is going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. It's inevitable, and they just got to stay patient. And when it happens, they need to take advantage of them. And that's exactly what they did there. Ball game tied up. Butchard's at third.
And it's hit foul up past the drone for strike one.
So Hudson Mullen has a wonderful opportunity to give Beaufort County their first lead of the ball game. He's looking at a 1-0 count.
Something on it for the batters to aim at, 'cause that's
And that one's going to be swung foul. Mullen pulled that a little too much there, so count now 1-1. Have a really nice attendance here. It's a beautiful night, but we have some rain. We have some storms that are coming in, so we're trying to get all the games done as fast as we can and try to get them in tonight rather than having to reschedule them tomorrow. But Mother Nature, kind of unpredictable. You have to pretty much do what she says.
pitches outside, throw down the second. Fairly close, but it's going to be a stolen base for Moncks.
And that one's going to get in there for a called strike. Count now 1-2.
Dylan Lambert now stands at second. It's a 1-ball and 2-strike count to Miller McGuire. St. George leads this game 2-0.
And that one's going to be hit over to third, and they're going to throw it home with it. And there's a play at the plate, and they get them. And they go to first, but Mullen gets back in time. So Mullen aboard on a fielder's choice.
Next up to bat, number 11, Braden Dixie.
Aggressive move by Eddie Rodriguez there.
For a second, I thought he was a different uniform number walking up, but it's Mason Salisbury.
The right fielder, Braden Deneen, now the batter for Beaufort County. And it's early, but I have a feeling we're going to see another gem here with these two teams. That one's going to get in there for a called strike one to Deneen.
Now he's ready. He looks in. He gets a sign from Trevor Hill. Salisbury digs in. Runner breaks to second.
It's going to throw over to oh, they get him in a pickle. Mullen is in a pickle, and they get him. And just like that, the inning is over. However, Beaufort County manages to tie things up, and after one, we got ourselves a 1-1 ball game. St. George going to come back to the top of the second. You're watching Dixie softball here on the Beaufort County channel.
Hey, I'm Josh Reddick, World Series champ, and you're watching the County Channel.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy.
26, Nicholas Pinkney.
And welcome back to the top of the second. Pinckney going to lead things off for St. George. We're trying to keep things going before the storm comes, so we're going to try and really speed this game along. I have a feeling this is going to be a nail biter down to the very end, so we'll see what happens here. But nonetheless, Pinckney looks at a ball. So 2-0, Pinckney up ahead of the pitcher here, Mullen. That one's going to get in there for a called strikes. Count now 2-1. Kevin Brown was the starter yesterday for Beaufort County, and he did a pretty good job. as that one's going to miss upstairs for ball 3. Just count now, 3-1. And, you know, for St. George, they'd love to lead off this inning here by getting a leadoff man on. And that's going to be swung through. So count now full of 3-2. Now and fouled out of play. So Pinckney doing a good job here, keeping this bat alive, fouling out a really tough pitch there, thrown by Hudson Mullen.
We are playing at the top of the 4th in this winners bracket game in the Dixie Boys division of this tournament. There are 2 tournaments being played simultaneously, the Dixie Junior Boys and the Dixie Boys.
And now it's going to miss for ball 4, way out of the zone. So for St. George, that's exactly how you want to start off an inning.
Now batting number 21, Adam Clay.
Adam Clay going to go in the box now and try and get the runner from first over to second. Clegg is the catcher for St. George.
The lights are on at Oscar Frazier's Park. The wind at times picks up. The clouds
That one's fouled off. Lights finally turned on here. And I don't think there's anything better than baseball under the lights. However, when storms impede, makes it a little problematic.
pitches now at the Monk's corner and on third base for St. George.
The wind is starting to pick up a little bit.
Both of these tournaments, the Dixie Junior Boys and the Dixie Boys, will play.
According to Alec Bishop, the producer, it's going to rain in 15 minutes. But he didn't get his weather degree anywhere as that one swung through. So he's down behind the count, 0-2.
State tournament last week. We'll be with you for
Now it's going to miss way outside. Count now 1-2.
come your way the last 2 weeks and several more days of it to go. There have been some really good baseball games being played.
And that one fouled. No, that was foul tipped right back off to the catcher. So he's going to go down on strikes. Clegg strikes out. And that's going to be one down for St. George here.
Mason Fender.
That's going to bring up Mason Fender, number 16 for St. George. And for Hudson Mullen, that was a really big out. You know, it just allows him to get some composure. You know, allows him to have one out done. And knows that there's a potential. As that one's hit over to Butcher, they're going to go to second. They're going to flip it over to first. And double play for Beaufort County. That's exactly what I was about to say. There's the potential for a double play, and they just beat me to it. But a great job for Beaufort County there. They let the leadoff runner get on, but they get a double play. And after 1.5, your score, 1-1, Beaufort County going to come back to the bottom of the second and try to bust this thing open. You're watching Dixie Baseball here on the County Channel.
For second, and Wimberly just stood there at home plate.
Brandon Deneen digs in for Beaufort County. First pitch swinging. That one's going to be hit over to Herzog. He throws it over to first and safe. Deneen beats it out. That was a bad throw, too. Looks like it got past the first baseman, O'Brien.
Next up to bat, number 23, Dietrich Schufert.
This is going to bring up number 23, Dietrich Schufert.
Your attention please, now pitching for Monk's Corner.
As that one's thrown back to first. Gets back in time.
On their sleeve, and they play hard, whether the score's 2-1 or 10-0. They're giving it everything they have.
After 4, do they just call the game?
And that has been a lot of fun to see.
And that one's going to miss. However, Deneen runs from first to second, steals the base successfully, and now Schufert's got a runner in scoring position.
Top of the fourth, St. George up by 1. Snap throw to second by Miller McGuire, but the runner back safely.
Now it's going to get in there for a called strike one.
Relief of Gavin Riggers.
Count now 1-1 to Schufert.
Second brings it to the plate, and it's lined.
Sowa misses. Count now 2-1.
Up and gets into the outfield, rounding third and scoring is Hayden Hartzog, and St. George extends their lead to 3-1.
Schufert swings through that. It's just like that. Count now even at 2 apiece.
Manning Thompson made it all the way around to second base.
Now batting, number 8, Connor Carlton.
Connor Carlton will now be the batter. It's a 3-1 game. St. George gets that run right back.
Sowa misses upstairs.
Third.
Count now full at 3-2.
There is still nobody out. Runners now second and third. Carlton squared around the butt. Took a strike. The ball's a 1 strike. Harrison Wimberly, the runner down at third.
Now it's going to be hit over to left center field. Center fielder lays out for it. What a beautiful catch. Marchant, what a catch. And then they're going to throw to third, and they get him too. Wow, they just turned a beautiful double play. Unbelievable. Marchant looked like Superman out there. He also has got a gun.
Number 6, Kevin Brown.
Kevin Brown going to dig in. And for Beaufort County, that was really unfortunate. It looked like off the bat that was going to give him the lead, and all of a sudden a double play gets turned against him. First one to Brown is going to miss.
McGuire looks in, gets his sign from the catcher. The runners lead off second and third. And pitch.
That one's going to get in there for a called strike. It's count now 1-1. That'll miss for ball. Count now 2-1.
First in time, run scores to make it 4-1. And for third is Harrison Wimberly with the fourth run for St. George. They now lead by 3. And moving over to third is Manning Thompson. So it's
And misses again. So count now 3-1 to Brown.
2 outs at the top of the fourth. 2 runs have scored for St. George. They have a runner at
Definitely think Brown has a green light here, 2 outs. And he's swinging. That one's going over to right field, and it's going to get down. And Brown would be aboard with a little blooper.
by the shortstop who bobbles it.
So 2 down, 1 on.
Manning Thompson comes in from third.
Next up to bat, number 17, Jaden Andrews.
And this is going to bring up the very fast first baseman, number 17, Jaden Andrews.
Pitcher
Now batting, number 1, Tyler Wright.
allows the 5th run to score. Trevor Hilton now the batter. Excuse me, Trevor Hilton. Is being run.
And there's some sort of delay. Looks like the pitcher and the first baseman are just getting some signs. 100%, I think they're about to throw to try to get Brown here. Yep.
Tyler Wright stands in the back
Yeah, Beaufort County being pretty aggressive on the base paths.
Just a bomb to left center field. Might still be traveling.
You know, St. George did a good job last inning, game Britchard into a pickle, and or wasn't Britchard. I think it was Mullen they got in the pickle last inning, but nonetheless, as the runner from first breaks the second, and the throw's good, and they get him. Clegg's got a gun. Wow, beautiful throw. And just like that, after 2, we have ourselves a 1-1 ball game. We're going to take a quick little break, and we come back. St. George is going to come up for the top of the third, and they're going to try and take the lead. You're watching the Dixie softball or Dixie baseball state tournament here only on the Beaufort County channel.
Hi, I'm Tony Mills. I'm a naturalist and educator here in the Low Country. You know, Beaufort County is an amazing place to live. Not only is it beautiful here, but we have an amazing diversity of living things. In this series, we're not going to travel to other parts of the world, like Africa or Asia, to see neat things. We're going to look at habitats right here in Beaufort County, and we're going to look at some of the animals and plants that make this area so special. Join me for Coastal Kingdom on the County Channel.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
And welcome back, top of the third. St. George batter digging in. And for Mullins, back for his third inning of work. He's looking really good early on, both pitchers. As that one struck over to center field, it's going to get down. So St. George out the bat gets the leadoff runner on.
Next up to bat, number 6, Wayman Gruber. Now batting number 8, Mason Salisbury.
Courtesy runner comes in for St. George. But yeah, wonderful hit there. And for Mullen, it's all right. Just got to bear down. He's been in this position already today. And take it one batter at a time. And chance of a double play, you know, one pitch away. Said it last inning will happen. Let's see what happens again. That one is going to be bunted foul.
Now batting number 6, A.J. Leggett.
Bring up A.J. Leggett.
So that's going to be thrown back to first. He's going to get back just in time.
Salisbury leads off first.
That's going to be hit over to Brown. Gets under, makes a catch. One down for Beaufort County.
5-1 St. George with the lead. Pitch on the way.
Had a lazy fly ball right to Kevin Brown.
25, Connor Hartzog.
Number 25, Connor Hartzog, going to dig in for St. George. Hartzog's the shortstop.
One pitch on the way. Is lifted out toward left field and deep back toward the wall. That ball's going to get down in fair territory. And Monk's corner is going to have runners in second and third.
They're going to throw first.
Wait to see if that ball is going to get
The runner gets back in time.
as far as third, but 2 runners in scoring position now for Monk's corner with nobody out. That'll be a
Now
double
batting
for
number
Leggett.
10, Hagan Gregory.
And they'll bring up Hagan Gregory.
That one's going to miss way, way outside. So Hartzog ahead, 1-0 in the count.
Pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1 to Hagen Gregory. Over on the other field, it's still tied 1-1 between Beaufort County, the host team, and St. George in the Dixie Junior Boys Division.
That one swung through, and they're trying to go to first. The runner had a huge lead over there. He gets back in time. That was a huge rip there for Hartzog. He was trying to hit this thing all the way to the dispensary.
Pitch on the way, that's lined back to the middle, and a diving catch by the second baseman.
And they try to go to first again and get the runner, but he gets back just in time.
I couldn't tell. What a great play by Hunter Hartzog at second
Now
base.
that's number 4, line 2.
As that one's hit foul, count now 1-2.
And that's a bunt up the first baseline. The flip to home is not going to be in time. The ball gets away or runs in for Monk's corner. It's 5-2 to score. They're going to have runners.
1-2's on its way, and it's fouled off. So I have a feeling there's two Hartzogs. Jody Vermilia's talked about a Hartzog next door. I've talked about a Hartzog here, and there's both St. George teams. So maybe some brothers. So apparently Harry Perry says there's 4 Hartzogs in the whole tournament. They should just call this thing the Hartzog tournament. Harry Perry, athletic manager, is doing a wonderful job this tournament, hooking up the announcers with brownies and, all the food they need. I'm on a no-carb diet right now, so it doesn't affect me, but everyone else really happy. Zawa misses for ball. No, wow. That's a I don't know in what realm that is a strike, but that's called for a strike 3. That was an extremely delayed call. But nonetheless, Beaufort County's going to take it. 2 down. And that's going to miss 4 ball. Sal's going to get in there for a called strike. Count now even at 1-1. Count now 2-1 as that misses 4 ball. As that one is going to be swung through. Count now 2-2. So 2-2, big pitch here. Mullen can get out of the inning as the runner from first breaks, and that one gets away from the pitch of the catcher. That was a wild pitch from by Mullen. So now for St. George, they have a runner in scoring position. 2 down. Count now full at 3-2. And that one's going to miss. And they're running from second, going to third as that gets away from the pitcher again. And Mullen needs to get the wild pitches in under control. So Justin Padgett stepping into the dish now, and he's got a wonderful situation with runners on the corners here, 2 outs. And a base hit here would be amazing for him. So Padgett digs in, settles down. And the first one's going to miss for ball 1. It looks like there's a mound visit now. Eddie Rodriguez comes out, try and calm everyone down. And sometimes, you know, that's just what it takes.
Number 5, J.P. Proctor.
Bases are full of Bucks Corner All-Stars. And there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
Padgett steps in, we're ready to go. And that one's going to be hit over to Brown. It goes past him. He laid out for it, but no use. One comes in. And St. George now up 2-1. There's an error there in the outfield. The outfielder that was backing up Brown missed it. So St. George putting together a nice 2-run rally here. And that one's going to be hit over to Brutchard. And he can't come up with it cleanly. As another one comes in, it looks like. So St. George up 3-1. This is now going to bring up Pinckney for St. George. And that one's going to miss over his head for ball. Count now 1-0. And that one misses as well. So count now 2-0. That's going to miss over the head of Pinckney. Mullen, he might be getting tired here. Seems like he's losing his control. Bases loaded here. And St. George has got themselves a wonderful opportunity to really try and establish a big lead. First one's going to miss for a ball. There's a coach is going to do a little mound visit. And sorry, a little correction. The score is 2-1, not 3-1. And that one misses for ball. Count now 2-0. And that strike zone for Mullen, man. Can't hit it. That one misses again. Count now 3-0. No room to put this runner on. And he's going to try and lay down a bunt, it looks like. And he pulls back. So count now 3-1. It's a nice 3-1 hitters count. So I'm feeling green light's going to be on here. And that one misses. Ball 4. Runner from third comes around and scores. And now Beaufort County up 3-1. Base is still loaded. Beaufort County down 3-1, sorry. St. George up 3-1.
Entering the field for St. George in right field, number 3, Caleb Byron. And number 5, Manny Thompson.
And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change, so we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the new pitcher. And we're back, and some confusion up here with the scores. It's actually 4-1. That is the final verdict. So new pitcher though in. Hudson Mullen out. Braden Dunedin in for Beaufort County. St. George up by 3. Gonzalo misses 4 ball. That one's going to miss as well, so the count now 2-0 to Mason Fender. Ooh, and that hits him. Another St. George batter coming in. Not the way you want to allow a run here at Beaufort County. As the storm clouds roll in. Looks really nasty to the left of us up here. Ben Wimberly, St. George pitcher, stepping in. As he pops that one straight up. Dunedin gets under, calls off the infielders, makes the catch, and that's going to do it. However, St. George adds 4 runs this inning, and they're up by a score of 5-1. We're going to take a quick little break. Beaufort County needs to come back here in the bottom of the 3rd and get some run support. We are back. Beaufort County All-Stars looking to get some runs. They're down by a score of 5-1. St. George, honestly, a perfect inning for them. They really wanted that, and that's what they accomplished. Speedy J and Andrews going to lead things off for Beaufort County. Wimberly still in the circle for St. George. Pitching a really good game so far as that one swung through. So Wimberly up ahead here on 1.
This would have been good when this one you could have gotten.
That one's going in there for a call. Strike 1. Count now 0-2. And that one's going to get in there, and that's going to ring him up. Wimberly picks up a big strikeout to start off the bottom half of the inning. This now brings up number 5, Zariba. First one is Zariba, gets in there for a called strike number 1. And that one's going to miss. Count now 1-1 to Zariba. That one misses again. It's count now 2-1. And that one's hit foul. Count now goes 2-2. A lot of fireworks going on next door. Moncks Corner up 8-5 over St. George. That one's going to be hit over to center, or not center, to the pitcher. He makes the catch. 2 down. All these baseball games going to my head, calling the pitcher center. Nonetheless, 0-2's the count. And this is going to turn over the lineup, and here comes the leadoff hitter for Beaufort County. And it's going to be Will Korn.
Now batting number 34, Will Korn.
That one swung through, count now 0-1. Big rip there from Korn. Swung through again. Count now 0-2 to Korn. Wimberly, he's dealing here. That one swung through, and Wimberly gets him on 3 pitches. And that's going to do it after 3. St. George is up by a score of 5-1. They're going to try to extend their lead when we come back to the top of the 4th. You're watching the Dixie State Baseball Tournament here on the Beaufort County Channel.
The County Channel is also available on video on demand. Go to BeaufortCountySC.gov, scroll down to Public Meetings, click Watch Now, and then click the Video on Demand button and select your program from the list.
Call the meeting to order.
If you'd like a DVD of this program, click on the link on the right and fill out the order form. And thank you for watching the County Channel.
are back here, top of the fourth. St. George getting ready. Try to put some more runs on, and Gruber is going to be the leadoff batter for him. Pitcher for Beaufort County is going to be Dunedin still. Or Deneen, rather. As that one is missed upstairs for ball one. 1-0's on its way. And that's going to get in there for a called strike one. One's on its way. And now it's going to get in there as well. So Deneen does a good job there of getting ahead in the count. Looking at 1-2. And that one's going to be hit over to center, shallow center field. Ooh, looks like Will Korn just laid out for that thing. Wonderful sliding catch. Huge first out for Beaufort County. That was beautiful. Thinks he's Torrey Hunter out there or something. So one down now for Beaufort County. It's always good to get that leadoff runner out. You know, when you were able to get the first guy out, man, the chances of scoring go down quick. As Hartzog's going to be the batter for St. George. And that's going to miss upstairs for ball. Count now 2-0 to Hartzog. 2-0 counts on its way. That's going to miss way upstairs. Count now 3-0. That one is going to miss, and they're going to walk them. And they're going to go back to first. He's going to get back just in time. So one down, one on. That one's going to miss. And for Beaufort County, the control has been the problem here early on. They're going to go to first again. He gets back in time. And that one's going to be hit foul. It's going to get out of play. Count now 1-1. That's going to miss upstairs. Count now 2-1. And they're going to go back to first, try to get the runner. Gets back just in time, though. So for St. George in this position, they'd love to get some more runs, some more insurance in. Because Beaufort County, they were down by 4 runs twice last night, and they came back both times. As that one's going to be hit over to center field, and it's going to get down, and it's going to get past the center fielders. However, St. George can't take advantage of that, but 2 runners on now. 1 away. And Deneen, he's in a pressure situation.
Next up
It's going to bring up number 17, Justin Padgett. And that one's going to be hit foul, count 0-1. That's going to be hit right past the pitcher, right up the middle. And the runner from second goes to third. Looked like he was trying to score, but trips over the third base bag. So base is now loaded. Second inning in a row for St. George. Merchant is going to be the batter. It's only one out so far in the top of the fourth. And that one swung through. Strike one. You know, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors and all of our volunteers today and who've come out and made this tournament possible. Big thank you to locosports.com, especially for all your Beaufort County residents. If you want to have a full, really nice write-up of this game, go to locosports.com. Justin Jarrett's going to take care of you, and he's the best in the business around here, everybody. Count now 0-2. He also did a wonderful job on the Low Country Sports Report. I don't know if any of you guys watched that show, but he was great on it. As the count now goes 1-2. The host of that show, Carlo Peruzzo, wasn't bad also. And Harry Perry came on it once. He was pretty good. Matt Watts. As that one gets in there for a called strike. And that's going to ring him up. So 2 down. Huge strikeout there from Deneen. But that one gets in there for a called strike. As that one's 0-1, and that one's fouled off. So Deneen now catches some momentum up ahead in the count here, 0-2. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he's going to try and mess around a little bit, go a little outside, or if he's going to really challenge the batter and try to get out of this inning right now. Looks like umpires are talking something over, but he's coming behind the plate, and we're going to get this one resumed. That one's going to miss for ball. Count now 1-2. And that one swung through, and that's going to do it for the top half of the fourth. St. George manages to load the bases, however they strand them all. Beaufort County trailing 5-1. They're going to come back for the bottom of the fourth, and they're going to try to get some runners on and some runs home. You're watching Dixie baseball here on the County Channel.
Hey, I'm Josh Reddick, World Series champion. You're watching the County Channel.
I'm a South Carolinian, and my vote counts.
My vote counts.
I'm from South Carolina.
The Palmetto State.
And my vote counts.
My vote counts.
Mi voto cuenta.
This year, thousands of South Carolinians will vote using the newest, most advanced voting technology in the world. Every vote matters, and every vote counts.
I'm a South Carolinian.
My vote counts.
The County Channel is also available on video on demand. Go to BeaufortCountySC.gov, scroll down to Public Meetings, click Watch Now, and then click the Video on Demand button and select your program from the list.
Call the meeting to order.
If you'd like a DVD of this program, click on the link on the right and fill out the order form. And thank you for watching the County Channel.
Cool. Kyler McKeever getting ready to go. And he steps in the dish for Beaufort County. First on to McKeever is going to miss for ball one. So for Beaufort County here, they'd love to get McKeever on, get that leadoff runner up. Richards on deck. You know he's always dangerous as that one misses. Count now 2-1 to McKeever. And that one's going to be pulled, foul. So count now goes to 2-2, almost fair. Schmidt foul the last second there. And that one's going to miss. Count now 3-2. Now it's going to miss again. And for Beaufort County, it's exactly what they wanted. McKeever gets on, leadoff runner aboard, and it's going to bring up the dangerous Logan Richard. So Logan steps in. For Logan, there's a big gap, center to right. If he can poke one in there, it's going to do some damage. Jody Vermilia behind me, standing up, trying to commentate 3 games at once. Trying to list all the scores. I don't know who he thinks he is. I think he thinks he's a superhero of commentating. So yesterday we saw some heroics for Beaufort County. Let's see if we can see him again here as that one gets in there for a called strike. And you know, if they can get Richard on here, their confidence is going to really blossom. As they throw back to first, McKeever gets back just in time. And they go again. They know McKeever's a big threat over there. One thing that Wimbley's doing a really good job of is, you know, he's finding that strike zone. As that one goes back again. And that one's going to be swung through, so count now 0-2. Richard trying to hit that one way, way, way out of here. No outs. McKeever breaking, and that one's going to be hit over to third, and he bobbles it. He misses it. However, Richard's going to be, or McKeever rather, is going to be thrown out at second on the force. So one down. This is now going to bring up today's starting pitcher for Beaufort County, Hudson Mullen. That one's thrown back to first. Runner gets back just in time. It's back in again. And again. Looks like a human rain delay is out there right now. That one's going to be missed for a ball. And they're going to throw to first, but runner Richard gets back in there just in time. And that one is going to miss upstairs. Count now 2-1, or 3-1 rather, to Mullen. And they're going to go back, try to get Richard again. This must be like the 20th time they've tried to go to first and get the runner. And it looks like there's going to be a mound visit. St. George manager coming out. Is this going to be the end for Wimberley? We'll see. And he's going to take the ball from him, and we're going to have ourselves a new pitcher. So we're going to take a quick little break, but when we come back, we're going to introduce you to the new St. George pitcher. St. George up 5-1 here at the bottom of the fourth. All right, so it looks like we're going to have a rain delay. Everybody's being told to go back to the cars. Everybody's getting out of the dugout and everybody getting out of the field. We have some lightning strikes that are in the area, and we have a storm coming through. So we're going to keep you guys posted on what's going to happen. The rule is it has to be 30 minutes without a lightning strike at least 7 miles away from us. So we could be playing tomorrow. We could be playing in a couple hours. You're just going to have to stay tuned, and we'll keep you updated. But we're going to take a weather break. You're watching Dixie's Baseball here on the County Channel.
Series. There's a smash to right field. That ball is way back. Gone. Nico Lang. So Beaufort County home run shot over the right field.
The County Channel is also available on video on demand. Go to BeaufortCountySC.gov, scroll down to Public Meetings, click Watch Now, and then click the Video on Demand button and select your program from the list.
Call the meeting to order.
If you'd like a DVD of this program, click on the link on the right and fill out the order form. And thank you for watching the County Channel.
baseball fans, and welcome back to Oscar Frazier Park here in beautiful Bluffton, South Carolina. Today we're going to welcome back our Beaufort County and St. George teams. Ball was recovered by the center fielder. Folks, just as a reminder, we're back here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Beaufort County trying to stay alive with St. George leading 5-1. That went over to shortstop. So currently right now the bases are juiced. And we've picked back up at the ball game that we left last night due to rain. Of course, you're watching here on the County Channel. And I'm Alec Bishop. And we're going to get back into the bottom of the fourth. Beaufort at bat. That's another strike. With 2 outs here at the bottom of the fourth, we're looking to regain for Beaufort with St. George in the lead. Current batter, Dietrich Schufert. Foul ball off the backside. And of course, field 2 has one of the largest backsides, so the catcher has a lot of ground to cover. Excuse me, I misspoke. That's now going to be out number 2. And Mr. Schufert takes his place at first base. That out was caused by the ball rolling over to the second baseman, being thrown over to the shortstop for the out. Here we are. That's going to bring number 6, Kevin Brown, up to the bat. Kevin is your second baseman for Beaufort County. Quick play over to the first baseman, but Mr. Schufert was there in time. Mr. Schufert makes a steal for second and is safe. Catcher held on to the ball just to make sure that's all he was going for. Here we go. Mr. Brown up to bat. 2-1 is your pitch count. Mr. Brown trying to keep the Beaufort County All-Stars alive here at the bottom of the fourth and try and make a comeback at it. 2-2 is the pitch count. And that ball goes back towards center field, closer to right, and caught. Well, excuse me, it drops. But that's going to score a run, it looks like, for Beaufort County. So Beaufort County has closed that gap. It's now 5-2.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
Excuse me, 5-4. Got to update our scores.
What's Carter's number?
Mr. Brown was safe at first with a quick throw over to the first baseman. Here we go. Foul ball. Up to bat is Jaden Andrews. Excuse me, Jaden Andrews. Jaden is your first baseman here for Beaufort County. And of course, after a quick throw over to the first baseman, here we go. Now, of course, a lot of you that have been paying attention to our County Channel broadcast here at the two tournaments over the past week. Of course, that's going to be his second strike right there. So here we go. 0-2 is the count. Jaden is trying to close that lead and tie up the score. Pitch count's going to be 1-2. That was a nice single over to shortstop. So we've got two men on base. We've got a man on first, a man on second, and the man walking up to the home base to score, hopefully for Beaufort County. We'll find out as number 13. Is our substitution, Owen Harwell. That's going to be tipped off to a foul. So Owen here at base, at home plate, trying to keep Beaufort County alive and to close that gap. runners at first and second take their strides. That's going to be a strike right there. 3-2, full count. Our pitcher for the St. George All-Stars, Philip Robinson. I apologize, that's Mason Fender. Excuse me, Mason. And that's going to bring the bottom of the fourth. Unfortunately, Beaufort County couldn't cut the lead all that much, but they did quite a bit. So it's now 5-4 here for St. George, winning as we go into the top of the fifth here on Oscar Frazier Park's beautiful Tyrell Pinckney Field 2. And you're watching the County Channel as we go back into the top of the fifth.
In the game for Beaufort pitching, 27. Might want to announce how many pitches the last guy had when he left.
The County Channel is also available on video on demand. Go to BeaufortCountySC.gov, scroll down to Public Meetings, click Watch Now, and then click the Video on Demand button and select your program from the list.
Call the meeting to order.
If you'd like a DVD of this program, click on the link on the right and fill out the order form. And thank you for watching the County Channel.
All right, folks, we're back here at the top of the fifth here for the Beaufort County All-Stars versus the St. George All-Stars in this Dixie Boys State Tournament. We're coming back with number 27 for the Beaufort County All-Stars on the mound for pitching. That's going to be Logan Bratcher. Logan, I apologize if I just butchered your name. Number 21, Adam Clegg, is up for St. George. Here we go, folks. Top of the fifth. St. George leading 5-4 to Beaufort County. And that ball's going to get away from the catcher. Folks, we'd like to take this time at this current point to absolutely thank our sponsors here for the Dixie Youth Tournament that all of our sponsors have actually been sponsoring for the past 2 weeks. We've got Station 300, we've got Golas Family Jewelers, Toomer's Family Seafood, and that's going to be another tip-off for a foul. Outback Steakhouse. And that one looks like it's going over towards right and center field. Caught by the right fielder. So that's going to be our first out here at the top of the fifth. So after Adam Clegg, we bring Mason Fender up. Mason Fender is a second baseman for St. George. But here we go, pitch number 2. That's going to be 2 balls there for Mason. And strike 1. Oh, and the ball gets away from the first baseman, so he's going to be safe. That's going to be an error on the first baseman. I'm not exactly sure if that was either the third or the shortstop that threw that pitch, but I think it was the third baseman. So here we go. That's going to bring our our third to bat. That's going to be a throw over to the first baseman, but safe in time. So currently up to bat, we've got Drake Huta. And folks, again, if I butcher a name, please, I apologize. I don't do it on purpose. And the pitch over to first. And that's going to be our second out here at the top of the 5th. Unfortunately, Drake went right over to the shortstop and in time throw over to the first baseman. Here we go. Number 6 for St. George. That's going to be Waylon Gruber. And another quick toss from the shortstop over to the first baseman. That's our third out of the top of the 5th inning, folks. So here we go. We're going to bring the Beaufort County All-Stars back up to the bat. St. George is still leading this 5-4. We'll see you here at the bottom of the 5th in just a moment. All right, folks, welcome back to the County Channel, and St. George leading the Beaufort County All-Stars here on Field 2. We're going to welcome number 34 for Beaufort County up to the plates. Number 34 for Beaufort County is going to be Will Korn. A lot of baseball names in this game, folks. A lot of baseball names. So here we go as Will takes up to bat. It's a bunt. Just in time for out number 1, just in time. And Will led the top of the lineup here for the Beaufort County All-Stars as we come up with Kyler McVeaver. Kyler McVeaver. I apologize again, as I said, for butchering these names. If the kids saw me anywhere else, they'd probably call me out for Halleck. So Kyler's up to bat. That ball's going to land in fair play. He's running over to the second base. Oh, he's going on to the third base. He's going on. Folks, he just made a triple, going all the way over to third on what should have been just a single. But that was a great play by him, great running. And of course, our right fielder out there for St. George went as fast as he could. But here we are at the bottom of the fifth. Looks like we're going to have a discussion over here by the coaches and the umpire in the outfield. That's going to be outside for a ball to Mr. Logan Bratcher. That's going to be ball 2 for Logan. Logan is your third baseman for Beaufort County. Oh, and that's going to go all the way between the center and right fielder as it gets thrown over to second base. That's going to be another score to tie up the game for Beaufort County. So right now we've got a tied game for Beaufort County versus St. George with that tying run right there by Mr. I'm not even going to try to say his last name, but Kyler. Kyler, you scored that tying run for Beaufort County. That's going to bring up number 10. Number 10 is Hudson Mullen. Hudson Mullen. He's going to be our pitcher. Or at least that's where he started with at the game yesterday. But here we go. Oh, we've got timeout on the field. And it looks like that was a balk. Not exactly sure what the pitcher did there, but so instead of having a runner on second for Beaufort County, we've now got a runner on third. And the catcher for St. George is going to walk to the mound to have a discussion. The coach is going to walk out for St. George to have a discussion with the umpire. I'm sorry, not balk. He is going to get he did get a nice walk over to third base. Hudson Mullen is waiting for his next pitch so that Beaufort County can finally take the lead in this. 2 balls so far, and of course Beaufort County has not been in the lead this entire game. All of yesterday, as a matter of fact, they were behind. So here we go, bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Beaufort County and St. George tied up with the score to take Beaufort County to the lead on third base. Here we go. And that's going to land out there between center and left field. And he's going to run all the way to second. That's going to score another run for Beaufort County. So Beaufort County now in the lead with that double play double. That's right. Mr. Mullen scored a double. That's going to bring up number 11 for Beaufort County. That's going to be another run scored for Beaufort County. So Beaufort County has now taken the lead by 2, 7-5 over St. George. And the toss was made over to second base from the catcher, but not in time, so he's safe at second. So right now we're bringing up number 23 for Beaufort County, Dietrich Schuford. Two and one is the pitch count. 7-5 is the score with one out here at the bottom of the fifth. And that's going to be a second out here for Beaufort County. The center fielder did a great job of getting underneath that ball and making a great catch. So that's going to bring number 6. And at some point or another, I'll remember all these names, but Kevin Brown up to bat. With a quick toss from the shortstop, that's the end of the bottom of the fifth, folks. But Beaufort County has taken the lead from St. George with a 7-5 lead over St. George. We're going to be taking a break here right now, but coming back with the top of the sixth here on the Beaufort County channel.
The County Channel is also available on video on demand. Go to BeaufortCountySC.gov, scroll down to Public Meetings, click Watch Now, and then click the Video on Demand button and select your program from the list.
Call the meeting to order.
If you'd like a DVD of this program, click on the link on the right and fill out the order form. And thank you for watching the County Channel.
All right, folks, as we get back into this game.
Correction, number 45, Carter Hartzell
We've got number 25 for St. George All-Stars coming up to bat. And that's going to be a drive out to left field, way past the left fielder. He's going after it and everything, but right now we've got a runner on second with that nice double. Nicholas Pinckney. Sorry, Nicholas, I didn't get to your name in time to read it off. But Nicholas, great play out there for a nice double. So that's going to bring up number 22, Dawson O'Brien. Uh-oh. Okay, looks like the umpire just needed to clean off the pitcher's mound there a little bit so he could see the actual bag there. Dawson is, of course, your first baseman for St. George. And that's going to go out there way back behind the right fielder and center fielder. And another double and another run in for St. George. So right there, St. George cutting back into that lead that Beaufort County is holding on to after just getting it. The score now, 7 Beaufort County, 6 St. George. And you're here at the top of the 6th on Field 2, the Tyrell Pinckney Memorial Field at Oscar Frazier Park. No outs as we welcome number 17 for St. George, Justin Paget. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike one. One ball, one strike. As Mr. Paget, if he can score on this inning, would be the tiebreaker and coming back to give St. George the lead again here in this ball game. Strike two, ball count 1-2 at this point. Got the tie run there on second. And we take up the bat again. That's going to roll out a foul just off the third base line.
We still got 1 and 2. Take a pinch here. Let's go. Smart, Logan.
And it looks like the second baseman caught that. And I believe that may have been just a double play right there. Let me check on that while I update the score. So Beaufort County just made a double play to cancel out St. George's chances at this point. But number 14, Ben Merchant, number 14, Ben Merchant is trying to come back and give that St. George All-Stars team that tying run. So right now we've got 2 outs here at the top of the 6th, and that's another strike. Folks, Beaufort County has done it. They retained the lead of 7-6. 7 for Beaufort County, 6 for St. George as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. And you're listening to the County Channel. I'm Alec Bishop. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 6th. All right, folks, we're back here at the bottom of the 6th inning where Beaufort County still maintains the lead as they take bat.
You ready?
All right, looks like the left fielder calls that out. But it was a nice way up, pop-up fly out to left field. So that's going to bring number 13 to bat for Beaufort County. As we have our one out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's going to be a nice drive right over there to between the left fielder, but for a nice double here for Beaufort County. As in this inning, this is the first time they've actually made it to the bag, or excuse me, the base. But here we are.
What number's Carter?
Bottom of the 6th. One out. Runner on second, but I'm not exactly sure. Okay, we've got a pinch runner coming in, number 5 for Beaufort County. That's going to be Carter Zareva. I know I butchered that name, and again, Carter, I apologize.
All right, back here, Field 2, Oscar Frazier Park here in beautiful Bluffton, South Carolina. Looks like we have a new pitcher here in the bottom of the 6th inning, number 25 for St. George. Connor Hartzog is coming in to pitch. 7-6 ball game here.
Coming in today, I believe the score is 5-1, and Beaufort has fought back and has taken the lead here, 7-6. We had a washout last night. Thought we were going to be able to get the games in, and we almost did, but rain and lightning killed us at the 5th inning. We have one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Beaufort County looking to score a few runs here and give them a little bit more cushion heading into the top of the 7th. And up to bat is number 1, Jacob Stevens for Beaufort County. So it looks like we're about ready to resume play. And Connor's catcher going out to say a few words of encouragement, and he'll trot on back behind home plate, and looks like we're ready to resume play here as Stevens steps into the batter's box. Hartzog from the stretch. Runner on second base here for Beaufort County. And here's the pitch from Hartzog. Outside corner, strike 1. So 0-1 count here. Both teams here undefeated. So even with a loss by either side, they will still stay on to play tonight. Here's the next pitch from Hartzog in the dirt, and that'll get by the catcher. And the runner on second base looks like it's number 6, or I apologize, number 17, Jaden Andrews, will scamper over to third. I apologize, number 13, Owen Harwell. So 1-1 count here to Stevens. Runner on third base. St. George will bring the infield in. They don't want to give up another run to extend the lead for Beaufort County. Hartzog from the stretch, and here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. So 2-1 count now here to Stevens. Any hard hit ground ball could find a hole here in the infield. Here's the next pitch, swung on and missed. That'll even count at 2-2 here. I think manager for Beaufort County, Eddie Rodriguez, would be just happy if Stevens lifted a fly ball to the outfield, try to score this run from third. Here's the pitch from Hartzog. Ooh, that was close, low and outside. Home plate umpire Mark Renix will call. That'll run the count full. 3-2 count here. Hartzog will work quickly. And here's the pitch. Swung on and laced the second baseman. Runner at third base will stay put. No, he'll take off now and slide in, and the catcher dropped the ball going for the tag. The catcher looks like he could be injured. That was a tough play as number 5. I apologize. My scorekeeper's up here giving me the wrong information. Carter Sareva came home to score as Carter started his slide. The catcher for St. George, number 21, Adam Clegg, dove to make the tag, and they ended up colliding pretty hard. But in the process, Clegg dropped the ball, and Beaufort County will extend their lead to 8-6 over St. George. And number 21, Kyler McKeever, will step into the batter's box. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hartzog from the stretch, and here's the pitch. In there for a strike, so 0-1 count now on McKeever. That was an interesting play as the runner didn't take off immediately home. He waited to the second baseman, fired at first before he took off. Bang, bang play, but in the favor of Beaufort County. Next pitch is low and outside. That'll get back to the backstop for ball 1. So 1-1 count now to the hitter, Kyler McKeever. Looks like Kyler's ready. Hartzog is ready. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. So 1-2 count now. Pitcher Connor Hartzog way ahead on the hitter for Beaufort County, Kyler McKeever. Connor's ready for his next pitch, and here it is. Swung on and hit hard to the shortstop. He'll field it. No, he will not field it cleanly. Bobble it, and Kyler with good speed will get down the line in a hurry. And that'll get a run on first base on the air by the shortstop for St. George. And step into to bat will be number 27, Logan Brutcher. So 2 outs, run on first base, pickoff move by Hartzog, not in time. 8-6 ball game. Beaufort County leads St. George at the moment. Connor looking in for the stretch. Here's pitch. Kyler will take off from first, and he will slide in safely. McKeever has extremely good speed. So a runner in scoring position now for Beaufort County. Connor looking in for his sign. And here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to the left side. Third baseman will clean it, or will catch it cleanly. Throws softly over to first base, but the first baseman makes a nice nab in the dirt there for out number 3. So we'll move on to the top of the 7th. Beaufort County leads 8-6. St. George will need 2 runs to stay on, 3 to send us to the bottom of the 7th. You're here on the County Channel. We'll be back in just a minute.
The County Channel is also available on video on demand. Go to BeaufortCountySC.gov, scroll down to Public Meetings, click Watch Now, and then click the Video on Demand button and select your program from the list.
Call the meeting to order.
If you'd like a DVD of this program, click on the link on the right and fill out the order form. And thank you for watching the County Channel.
All right, back here for the top of the 7th. Your pitcher on the mound for Beaufort County is number 27, Logan Brutcher. And leading off the inning for St. George is number 26, Nicholas Pinckney. So top of the 7th inning, your home team, Beaufort County, leads St. George 8-6. So St. George will need 2 runs here in the top half of the inning for us to move on to the bottom of the 7th. Very good game so far, good comeback. Since our stoppage last night, Beaufort County has outscored St. George 7-1 here today. So it looks like Brutcher's ready, and here's the pitch from the stretch. Way outside for ball 1. So 1-0 count here from Logan. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. So 1-1 count now. No outs, top of the 7th. Logan's ready from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hammered to right center field. That's going to get over the right fielder's head. And Pinckney will take off towards second. Throw in, but definitely not in time. Stand up double for the leadoff hitter of the inning, Nicholas Pinckney. I apologize. So St. George has a runner on second base, no outs here. I was on field 3 calling the Moncks Corner St. George game. Moncks Corner in the Dixie Boys bracket just won 13-7 over the St. George All-Stars. Logan Brutcher from the stretch. Here's pitch. Off-speed pitch down Broadway for strike 1. 0-1 count now on the batter, number 21, Adam Clegg. Catcher for St. George. Brutcher looking in, and here's his pitch. Swung on, tapped softly to third. Kevin Brown will come up with it, throw over to first base for out number 1. So 1 out here, runner on second base for St. George. And coming to bat will be number 16, Mason Fender. Nice play by the third baseman, number 6, Kevin Brown, to get out in the inning. Next pitch by Brutcher is low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 count now. Tying run is in the batter's box. So Logan's looking in. He has his sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit softly to the second baseman. And that will be caught for out number 2 of the inning. So St. George is down to their last out. And stepping in the plate will be number 23, Ben Wimberly. No, I'm sorry, that's Drake Hudo, a sub for the St. George All-Stars. So runner on second base, 2 outs. Logan Brutcher is the pitcher. Drake Hudo the hitter. And here's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. 1-0 count once again to the batter for St. George. 2 outs here. St. George looking for a little 2-out rally to stay on in this inning. Here's the pitch. Called strike by the home plate umpire. 1-1 count now. The loser will play on field 3 tonight at 4 o'clock. The winner, 7 o'clock. I'm not sure what we have to call time here for. I think the St. George coaches are complaining that the pitcher is not towing the rubber, and Aaron Epps, the field umpire, makes sure he's doing so. Here's the next pitch from Brutcher, low and in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1 count now on the hitter Drake Udo. Logan's ready, and here's the pitch. Little inside, ball 3. 3-1 count now. The hitter, Drake Hudo, is ahead on the pitcher. Runner on second base. Your score is 8-6 in favor of Beaufort County. Next pitch is low and outside, and that'll be a walk. So now runners on first and second, and the tying run is now on first base. Coming to the plate will be number 6, Waylon Gruber. Because there was 8 balls thrown in a row over on the other field. Next pitch from Logan's outside for ball 1, and manager Eddie Rodriguez will come out to speak to his pitcher, looking to calm them down. All they need is one more out here, and they'll move on in this tournament as the only undefeated team. So we're ready to resume play. Waylon Gruber, the hitter, ready in the box, and Brutcher from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit back up to center field. Shallow, the center fielder is coming on though, and he will make the catch for out number 3. And that's your ball game, folks. Beaufort County 8, St. George 6. We'll move on, and tonight St. George will play on field 3 at 4 o'clock. Beaufort County will play at 7 o'clock on field 3. Thank you for joining us for a brief time here. But we'll see you tonight. You're on the County Channel. Take care.